Today's date is December 1903. The Wright Flyer becomes the first controlled, sustained flight of a heavier-than-air aircraft. Powered flight has always had its place in myth and science, from Daedalus in Greece to Kay Khosrow in Persian mythology. Tales of steam-powered toys have also been around for centuries. Gliders are some of the true descendants of airplanes, such as those flown by Abbas ibn Firnas or Elmir of Malmesbury. In 1799, Sir George Cayley created the concept of a modern plane, with fixed wings, propulsion and control. In 1890, Clement Ader, considered the father of aviation, who coined the French word avion, meaning plane, flew a self-propelled fixed aircraft, the Ader Aor. While manned, it was not controlled. Hiram Maxim, in 1894, managed to create an aircraft that could lift itself but was uncontrolled. German Otto Liefenthal made repeated glider flights, developing the modern wing design. Inspired by Otto, the Wright brothers set about creating their own powered plane, and like most inventions, they were competing with others around the world at the time. They began in 1899, drawing together research from all over the globe. They felt that gliding was the key to gaining control of the aircraft. They determined that properly designed wings and engines were already available. Wilbur Wright studied birds to better understand their control over their own flight. He realised that birds used the tips of their wings to change direction, and so the brothers pursued a similar control method for their wings. The Wright brothers differed from others by wanting their pilot to have absolute control of the aircraft, even if it meant having wings that were considered unstable. In 1900, the brothers went to Kitty Hawk. The location of their testing site was chosen for its strong regular breezes and soft landing sites. The Wright glider was their first attempt at understanding control of an aircraft, despite not being powered. Sometimes Wilbur would pilot, other times a little boy, other times it was also unmanned. In 1901, they set up a makeshift hangar at Kitty Hawk and tried multiple flights without power. In 1903, they built the Wright Flyer, the first craft that was powered. The engine was built by Charlie Taylor, and it was built in 6 weeks, designed to be incredibly light. The whole thing cost $30,000 in today's money. The first flight was on December 17th. It lasted 12 seconds, covering 120 feet. They reported their success to the press in January, but the news was mostly forgotten. However, in 1904, a more highly reported flight gave them legitimacy as the first controlled aviators in history. This success paved the way for flying today. Wilbur sadly only lived till 1912. However, Orville Wright lived until 1948, long enough to witness the birth of the jet age. From this date, let's take the brothers in a rough approximation of their plane. They start to fly around, but unfortunately their lunchbox opens as they are flying. All the sandwiches, drinks and crisps fall out behind them, and as they fall, they start to form into the numbers of our date. 1903, the first controlled flight in a heavier-than-air craft. Thanks for watching.